The dream project of the Rajapaksas in Sri Lanka has run into a legal hurdle. President Gotabaya Rajapaksa wants more powers for himself. He is pushing a new law, a law that would change the constitution of Sri Lanka and make him all-powerful. The Rajapaksas needed two-thirds majority in parliament to do this. So they fought an election seeking this majority and they won it. They got two-thirds majority, but they still cannot make the changes because the Supreme Court of Sri Lanka stands in their way. It says that such a law should be cleared by the people. There should be a referendum. We're talking about the 19th Amendment. The Rajapaksas promised to scrap it. And they said if they were voted to power, they'll do it. Now they are in power and their government has drafted the 20th Amendment. This amendment will empower the President and weaken the Prime Minister. The Supreme Court has largely cleared the law, but it has raised a red flag over 4 clauses. And the court says these provisions need the approval of the public, which is through a referendum. The Supreme Court's orders came after opposition parties and civil society appealed. They filed 39 petitions in all to challenge the new law. So why is the 20th Amendment so contentious? Because it gives President Rajapaksa unbridled powers. The President, if this amendment happens, the President will be able to dissolve the Parliament after 1 year. He will have a say in the appointment of judges and other top officials. The Auditor General of Sri Lanka will not be able to inspect the offices of the President and Prime Minister, among others. And people with dual citizenship will be allowed to become members of Parliament. So the Prime Minister's office and the Cabinet will be weakened. The President will be able to change ministers at will. In the case of the Rajapaksas, this may not matter very much because one brother is the President, the other is the Prime Minister. The opposition is protesting against these proposals. They believe that with these changes, the legislature, the Parliament will be reduced to a rubber stamp. And they're also objecting to the clause about dual citizenship, people with dual citizenship entering the Parliament. They say this provision will be used by President Rajapaksa to get his third brother, Basil, into the legislature. Basil Rajapaksa is the younger brother of Mahinda and Gotabaya Rajapaksa. He has both American and Sri Lankan citizenship. Now, these proposals have been opposed by the opposition, of course, but they have received opposition from the most unlikely of quarters. A section of the powerful Buddhist clergy is against the constitutional changes in Sri Lanka. 2 chapters of monks say the 20th Amendment would, quote-unquote, deal a death blow to democracy in Sri Lanka. They believe the new system will not have a balance of power between the legislature, the executive and the judiciary. And this is a very significant statement because when the Rajapaksas fought the last election, they had the blessing of Buddhist monks. President Rajapaksa is seen as a champion of the Buddhist Sinhalese majority of Sri Lanka. Last year, he took oath of office at a Buddhist temple outside Colombo. And his critics said that the return of the Rajapaksas could lead to the rise of majoritarianism in Sri Lanka. Since 1978, Sri Lanka has been ruled by powerful executive presidents. That changed in the year 2015. That changed with the 19th Amendment, the one they want to scrap. This amendment strengthened the Parliament and the Prime Minister. Independent commissions were put in charge of judiciary appointments, the police, public services, and the conduct of elections. The Rajapaksas want to change all of this and take Sri Lanka back to the past. Thank you for watching Gravitas on WION's YouTube channel. If you want to stay up to date with what's happening around the world, then subscribe to our channel and don't forget to like and share. Thank you very much for watching WION. World is One.